Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about endometriosis. If we divide the term endometriosis, endo means internal and metriosis means womb or uterus. When endometrial cells go outside of the endometrium, then it is known as endometriosis. From outside, what we mean, which or location. The affecting organs can be divided into genital and extragenital. Genital like ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterine ligaments, perimetrium, rectovaginal septum, rectouterine pouch, also known as pouch of Douglas. Extragenital like intestine and bladder, lungs, brain and lymph nodes. To understand, there are some theories. There are 5 main theories we should understand. The first one is the retrograde menstruation theory. In this, what happens is, during menstruation, the movement of the endothelial cells take place apart from the endometrium to outside organs. And this takes place mainly during the menstruation. That's why it is named as retrograde menstruation theory. Dysfunction with the immune system. What happens is the B and T cells don't respond to the endothelial cells and allow to grow. Third is the metaplastic theory. Cells of the peritoneum, they get converted into the endothelial cells. Therefore, in rare cases, when women who went under hysterectomy, that is the removal of the uterus, can still have the probability of having the endometriosis. Because the cells of the peritoneum, they get converted into the endothelial cells. The fourth one is the benign metastasis theory. In this way, the cells can travel to the lymph and blood. The fifth is the extrauterine stem cell theory. What happens is the stem cells present in the bone marrow differentiates into the endothelial cells and travel to another body parts like we discussed, the extragenital organs, intestine, bladder, brain, lungs, lymph nodes. These were the theories. Now coming to the risk factors. What are the risk factors? First, it is genetic, that family history of endometriosis can be there, early menarche, never having been pregnant or late menopause. Symptoms depending upon the organs can be, when it comes to the reproductive organ, the symptoms can be pelvic pain, bleeding, dysmenorrhea, dyspareunia. That is, dysmenorrhea is the painful menstruation and dyspareunia is the painful sexual intercourse. Bladder symptoms can be urgent and frequent. Sometimes when the urination is very urgent and frequent. Dysuria, that is the painful urination. Intestine symptoms can be abdominal pain. Pouch of Douglas can be dysphagia, that is pain with defecation. Symptoms get worsened during menstruation cycle. Diagnosis can be mainly done with laparoscopy and confirmed with biopsy. Treatment. What our aims of the treatment are mainly to manage the pain, limit progression of the implants and addressing subfertility. There can be hormonal treatment or surgical treatment. What happens in hormonal treatment is common hormonal medication can be given like the estrogen, progesterone, oral contraceptive pills, progesterone analogs like the medroxyprogesterone, levonorgestrel, danazole and gonadotropin releasing hormone modulators. The surgical treatment are very rare and done only in severe cases. Cases can be if woman is not yet pregnant, then there can be excision of the uterus, and if the woman has already gone under childbearing, then hysterectomy or oophorectomy with the excision of the endometrial implants can be done. So this was about endometriosis, its treatment, diagnosis, symptoms, risk factors, mechanism, theories and the affecting organs. I hope you understood endometriosis. Thank you.